I want to go back into my early years. I'm an immigrant from Cuba. I came from Cuba when I was 10 years old in a ref. It's funny because a lot of people don't know that story. And I noticed that there was a need that I needed to share with so many people that I can inspire and they can see that there's a way to success. So I'm not being lucky at being blessed to be able to bless other people and to be successful. But the reason that is so is because of that early journey in my life. So 1993, I was 10 years old, and my father, the communism in Cuba was very, very, very brutal. And he said, I'd rather die in the raft in the sea trying rather than having a government to tell me what to do or have to live my life. And that's when he put me and my little brother, at that time he was 4, in a raft. And it was a journey of 15 long hours. And it was a journey. It was a miracle that I'm here, by the way. We had a lot of struggle on the sea, but thanks to God, we were that miracle to make it to this land of the opportunities. So I noticed that a lot of people will come to me and say, "Oh, I love your accent. It's so exotic." And to be quite honest, I never thought I had an accent until they started noticing. The one thing I do, though, I change people's, sometimes name and I say the wrong pronunciation with my husband tells me all the time. So I knew that there was a niche, and a lot of people see the glam, the success of Gia, but I needed to calm down and show you guys who am I, and that there's so much to conquer. There's a need for inspiration and there, motivation. So I would love to, if I motivate you just a little tiny, my life was worth living for, like I said, right? That story was already many years ago, and grew up in the United States, obviously from 10 and on. And even though I was 5 years in Miami, never really learned how to speak, I guess, English well, because guess what? In Miami, they really don't teach you how to speak English until you get out of Miami, because all the teacher will speak to me in Spanish. And that's when I guess my accent grew up, because I was in 5th grade. But they did everything Spanish. I was always in the second language, studies. So that, I guess, English did not got perfected until we moved to Chicago for a year and it was too cold. Then we came back to Orlando for my senior year. And then I noticed I learned the English the proper way, we could say. God knows, because it's been so many years and I still learning. So the sad thing and the joke that we talk about is like, yeah, you're not even our perfect in Spanish or English because of that. But that's the beautiful thing about this country, that gave us the opportunity to build and to be whoever we want. And as raw and as imperfect we can be. So that's why I'm so excited to tell you guys all that I have an accent. So what, right? To embrace it. So this podcast is especially that, what are the things that inspire women, especially entrepreneur women that are trying to make a living, women that society tells them how to be, what they need to do, how perfect we need to look, how we need to dress, how we need to speak, and how perfect we need to look. And guess what? Along the time, I'm 38 right now, notice that it's all the contrary. The more vulnerable I know that, people see me or they see me through, the more I get that magnetic attachment to people. And that's when I noticed that we needed that connection.